Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ilyana Huda Binti Kamarulnizam. Today I would like to explain about there are two important tort law concepts that often affect construction project. Rylands v. Fletcher, which involves strict liability, and negligence. What is Rylands v. Fletcher? Rylands v. Fletcher is a legal rule that creates strict liability. This means that a person or company can be held legally responsible for damage even if they were not negligent, as long as certain conditions are met. There are four elements of Rylands v. Fletcher: accumulation, non-natural use, escape, and damage. Accumulation. The defendant must have brought something onto their land. In construction, this could be large quantities of water, fuel, sand, or chemicals stored on site. Second, non-natural use. The thing must be used in a way that is extraordinary or increased risk. For example, storing thousands of liters of water in an elevated temporary tank for concrete mixing is not a natural use of land. Third, escape. The dangerous thing must leave the defendant's land. So, if the water tank bursts and floods neighboring properties, that is an escape. Forcible damage. The type of damage must be something that could reasonably be expected. Flood water damaging nearby home and business is clearly forcible. Here are Rylands v. Fletcher construction example. A construction site installed a large temporary water tank for curing concrete. The tank collapsed due to a structural failure and water floods the neighbor site, causing property damage. The contractor may be liable under Rylands v. Fletcher even if they were not negligent. Okay, what is negligence? Negligence is different from straight liability. It happens when someone fails to take reasonable care. This failure causes harm or damage. There are three elements of negligence: duty of care, breach of duty, damage. Duty of care. In construction, contractors, engineers, and site supervisors owe a duty to ensure the site reasonably safe. Second, breach of duty. A breach occurs when someone fails to meet the required standard. This includes ignoring safety procedure, using poor workmanship, or not supervising workers properly. And lastly, damage caused. The breach must directly cause injury or loss. Next, negligence construction example. A site supervisor fails to ensure that scaffolding is properly inspected. The scaffolding collapsed injury workers. It collapsed due to strong winds. Because the collapse resulted from the supervisor's failures to follow standard inspection procedures, the contractor could be liable for negligence. In summary, Rylands v. Fletcher focused on strict liability for dangerous thing escaping, while negligence focused on failing to meet a reasonable standard of care. Both are highly relevant in construction because of the high rise, activities, and materials involved. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for watching.